Oh. I just had a large portion of my mum's jollof rice. It was mixed veg and it had some beef in it. I had only one portion, and I feel this way. I mean, my parents, they're giving me a place to stay as I get on my 2 feet, but in some areas, these cards, they are relevant to the video, but I'm gonna talk about them later. Just it's all come to my stomach. It's all hit my stomach at once due to poor meal hygiene, not actually counting how many times I chewed in that. And as you can see by my face, even though it's not fast food, I still physically don't feel how I should be feeling. This is not healthy. In some ways, in some aspects, I really do believe my parents are weighing me down. Because in some aspects, they just are not healthy people like the foods they eat. But this is what's around. This is what's around. This is what I eat sometimes. Didn't I say? This is just reminding me of that video. I said, the title said, I'll have a mental breakdown if I keep eating my mum's food. Forget mental. It's like my body's having a physical breakdown. Look at my face. This is the face I naturally would want to pull after eating that. I was feeling really hungry when I was coming back home. Walked past an Indian. It was stinking. I could smell it. I could smell it so strongly on the other side of the street as I was walking. It was disgusting. Takeaway. Seeing my dad get chips and doner kebab and some chicken wings. It was disgusting. Disgusting. I have no idea how they being my parents, and other people allow themselves to eat such unhealthy stuff, and why I have allowed myself to eat such unhealthy stuff. Eating their food. My body's had enough. My body's had enough. It genuinely might have to be a non-negotiable rule. The idea of an unhealthy habit is always much more tempting than what it actually is. The idea of it is a lot more tempting than its reality. Oh yeah, I'd want to have some jollof. Okay, yeah, why not after having my rice and chicken and spinach? Why not? My food doesn't make me feel like that. So in that aspect, I think I can genuinely cook better than my mum. Because I don't only like what I feed myself, but I don't feel so poorly. I don't feel so sick after eating it. I don't want to throw up. That might have made how I'm feeling an overstatement. But I don't feel great. I don't feel healthy after eating after eating that jollof. I don't feel healthy, and that's up to me. I do have to take the blame on that one because I'm the one that ate it. That's number one. Number two, if I wanted to go get some food from the supermarket or from the market, I can. And number three, I have food that's there already. It's not like I'm undergoing that sort of phase where I have triggers to eat unhealthily. Because specifically because I don't have any sources of food that are high in protein, such as chicken and fish. My frozen chicken breast and frozen salmon fillets, they're in the freezer. So I don't really have any excuses. But I just really think, without having friends that are in a position that I want to be in health-wise and in other aspects of their life, that I want to be in and surpass eventually, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. I don't think I'm going to be able to carry on elevating past this point unless I get friends, unless I make friends. I've always told myself I don't have an inability to make friends because my social skills are okay. They're fine. It's just that I haven't situated myself around a lot of people. Not because of trust issues, but simply just because it's it's only been a short while since I've been in this area, over a year now. Over a year, going on 2 years soon enough. And I haven't been going to many clubs. So the first I did, one of the main ideas I gave in my I've been feeling lonely video is to go out and go to the cardio class, if I remember correctly. Go to the cardio class, go to yoga classes, go to the salsa classes. There may not be any yoga classes in the area, but I know there's gymnastics going on in the gym. However, it doesn't seem like there are any older people, unfortunately, in there. I've seen gymnastics go on in the gym. It just seems like there are only kids there. There are different parts to the building. It's one massive building, and then there's a gym part to that massive building, and then in another part of the building you can do cardio classes and that would be the same part of the building that you could do gymnastics in, because it's very large. And it doesn't seem like there are any adults there that I could really speak to, any people my age or older. It just seems like if there are, it's just like supervisors and that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the girls that's a bit younger than me, a few years younger than me, she coaches there, and there looks like there's some girls that are around the same age as me that are also coaching there. The reason why I brought up that girl in particular and the other girls in particular is because they're coaches. And the reason why I spoke about that girl from the skate park in particular and singled her out from everybody else is specifically because of everything that's happened. If you don't know, check day 80, plank day 80, and you'll hear me talk about it. I think my words have physically manifested themselves. Like, I'll have a mental breakdown if I keep eating my parents' food. I've eaten my parents' food. I haven't had a mental breakdown, but I've felt awful. So I think from this very point onwards, I can't have my mum's food ever. I said I do believe I'll slip up on that on occasion, but that's fine, because I'm not human. No, because I am human. That's fine, because I am human. This may be a poor camera angle, but you're on a pillow. I'm laying on the side of the bed, and you're on a pillow right now. Come at me. What? But yeah, you could tell I look disgusted. Oh no. You have a problem with it, come at me. And one of the hold on. There you go. That's pretty funny. One of the tips from deep work which Cal Newport made in order to help focus is to memorize a deck of cards. I didn't think today would be the day that I'd purchase a deck of cards, but I have 4 of them actually, because they're doing different styles in this store. I went in the store. I told them I have 5 kids, I swear, and then I went to the section to get the cards. I knew where the cards were. I knew exactly where to go because I went in there a short while before for these cards. I didn't know if they'd actually be like these, but these are exactly what I was looking for. I bought 1 packet each, and the tape didn't come off all that well. there's a location with it, but I care about anonymity so much that's like, no, I will not. I, even if it has nothing to do with where I am, it doesn't matter. Oh, but yeah, the reason why I got these cards is to help with my memory, and I've made a uh, I've made a iPhone. I've taken a picture, so I remember its exact order that it goes in. All right, so with with that being said, I felt comfortable to mix all of the cards, knowing the order that they go back in, knowing the exact order they go in, and my brain's going. On a side note, I was going for a walk and I think I've just been on the screens too much. I was looking from afar, I was looking at a road sign, a 30-mile-an-hour sign that was on a straight road, and my eyes were like, I couldn't not realise how blurry it was to me. I don't think it's ever been that blurry before, and I was like, oh fuck. That was exactly what I said with that delivery. And on another side note, I was just walking home, yeah, and it looked like this Asian girl was looking at me. Pakistani sort of Asian. Pakistani Indian sort of Asian. She was looking at me, she gave me the smile. If there was a nice looking girl on the street, I'd probably tell her this. I think you look beautiful. I think you look really nice. But I don't want your number, because you could be the biggest of crackheads and you could be the most on job of gang members. So I don't want your number. I'm not saying you look beautiful because I want your number, but I just wanted to say that, and then I'll walk off. Not even for the sake of giving her a compliment, but just to voice my opinion. Yeah, maybe 2022, but I think it's all right to do that. Everyone has the right to an opinion. I'm not finishing the rest of that sentence off. I probably just contradicted myself there, but I'm not doing it. But yeah, I shuffled these cards, man, and what I did was I had the pillow like this, so I was laying vertically instead of horizontally, and I do 5 at a time. So 1, 3, 5, and then I do that. Another 5 here, another 5 on the pillow, and then I have like 7 groups of 5, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then another group of 4 at the end. Like so. I'm not editing this out. You don't like it, click off. I'm done caring, you don't like it? Almost there. Oh, might have been 9 stacks. Oh no, it wasn't. So it ended up looking a lot like come on. Hey. Your mom, and your dad. Your mom, and your dad. Your mom, and your dad. Okay, here we go. Oh, I did organize that like that. There you go. Again, you don't like this, click off. So, alright. Yeah, in the words of Blueface, this is how we've got it set up. Like that. So these are the first 15 cards. 1, 2, 3 from left to right. Then 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. So these are all groups of 5 here, and then this one's a group of 4. That's just some packaging of the new set of cards. Excuse that piece of rubbish there. But yeah, this is how it seems like I've started. I had it on the floor, or this part of the floor. Well, not this exact part of the floor, but it was hard to pick the cards up. However, when I put them on the rug now, it's not so difficult. I've even forgotten all the sorts of what the types are. I've forgotten what these are. Not the king, but the type. Clovers? I genuinely don't know. Oh, hearts, obviously. Diamonds, if I'm not mistaken. That genuinely may be wrong. And I do care. That would have been the cue to say I don't care, but I do care. I do care. I want to get to know, because it's going to help me with my memorization. And spades, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I may have got that mixed up. And I do care. I do care, because it's going to help me with memorizing this stuff. And also, I have another thing to talk about, which is finding more natural forms of stimulation. As a kid, I always loved playing games, sports. I loved playing football. And we had some footballs in the shed, which I bought from Sports Direct a while ago. Years ago. At least 2. And I've got one of them out. You don't need so many. There is another one I have, which I actually forgot of. I forgot about, but for now, I just want to get into it. I just want to get into playing football, and I just want to get into playing basketball. I didn't dislike basketball as a child from my memory. However, I preferred football because that's what was around me. There you go. That's what was around me. I didn't notice the poor camera angle then. I genuinely thought it was set up, but hey, your mum. If you don't like it, click off. I'm done caring with those sorts of things, man. Hey, you don't like it, click off. You don't have to watch. I'm not forcing you to watch. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. In the words of Love Dorsey, I didn't ask for you to come here. And I'm not actually trying to emulate her. Although it may sound like it, I think it's just rubbed off on me because I've allowed it to after watching enough of her videos. So this is my setup as to how I'm remembering cards at the moment. I'm not trying to remember their specific type, sign. I don't know what you call it. Cloves. I genuinely don't know, but I do care. So what I'm trying to do right now is just remembering, like whether they're kings or the number, or whether it's an ace and the specific order. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm not trying to say kings of clubs or whatever. 2 of hearts, ace of diamonds, 3 of hearts, and then 4 of spades. I think that's just too much for my brain at the moment. I've been watching too many videos, YouTube videos over years, and my brain's fried. So right now, I just gotta take it easy. So that's what I'm doing, and I think like card memorization techniques are gonna help me with revising to become a personal trainer. Like this is me studying. This is me studying for my PT exams, but not indirectly. Me studying for my PT exams indirectly. I have about over 3 months. I have over 3 months for the exams. No, until the exams. Not for the exams, until the exams, but they're not the be all end all. And my driving test is also coming up soon. It's all coming together. I would have had to have changed big time in order for me to actually pass those things. I mean, I've done quite a bit of driving with Dad. My gas controls, my car controls. Woo! I don't want to say too much, but that car is a beast. That car, because of its engine size, is a beast. And the steering wheel, hey, it makes my driving instructor's car seem like a arcade machine. And kids, for the younger ones out there who can't drive, I'm just letting you know, like driving an actual car is actually smoother than those arcade games you've been playing. Smoother. It's not rougher, even though you may think it. It's not difficult, it's easier to drive. Real cars are easier to drive than arcade cars. Yeah, it takes some time to get used to the car controls and that, but I'm specifically referring to the steering. It's nowhere near as tough in a real car than an arcade car. Oh, mate. But yeah, we've got these natural forms of stimulation right here. I'm gonna pack these up because the phone's, I think it's on less than 10%, and I have some more to talk about before uploading the video. Oh, don't want to get them mixed up now. Hey, don't talk like Love Dorsey. Oh. Oh. Disgusting. I just changed the pillows yesterday. Anyway. Alright. This is relevant because I want to talk a bit more about natural stimulation and that. Again, as I said, as a kid, oh, pardon me, I love playing basketball. No, football, sorry. It was just so amazing. That was just me. I was just loving life, playing football, not thinking about money, about how money's going to come in, about how I'm going to live, the difference between surviving and living and all that. No, like I loved playing football, even if I didn't get much time on the ball in matches. I didn't play like in football clubs. I never played in football clubs, and I never played like Saturday league or Sunday league or anything like that. Just in school, like primary school, middle school. Yes, you heard right, middle school, and not so much high school. It was more about studying than studying. I didn't learn much in school. There wasn't much to learn that's actually been useful for real life. But here we are. I just want to go to this court that I've seen and just shoot hoops. Use every day to shoot hoops. I've just loved shooting today. There's a court that I've not always, but most of the time walked past. And pardon me. And this court, it not only has a hoop, but it's got a net. It's got a net attached to that hoop. And oh mate, it was nice. It was nice shooting some hoops there. I didn't have the basketballs pumped up. They were still in the shed, but the way how I was able to actually play ball was there was just a basketball lying there. Extremely conveniently, there was a basketball lying there. Oh no. There was a basketball lying there. It had one massive patch of shit here, and then there. I was trying to avoid it as I was shooting, and one massive just blotch of pigeon shit. But it was fun. It was fun. I tried and wipe some shit back onto it so that whoever's ball it is, they didn't notice I was playing with it, but I actually cleaned it off. Oh, I had a massive one here on the sides of that, and then it had a little one here that I was trying to avoid. It was like dark green and then a little bit white like that, and then the one here was just a little bit white, maybe a tiny bit green as well. Around some edges. But yeah, I've got this one which I'm gonna take outside. I can't wait until I get like into an inside pitch, an inside court. Then got this football to play with, and then got this one. A nicer one for Sports Direct. When a lot of money's coming in, I'll eventually get a Spalding one. But this is what we've got from now. More than solid. That's why I bought it. Instead of buying a cheap quality Everlast one. I was done with cheap. Beats going on YouTube. I mean, I've always loved this natural form of stimulation. I've always like sports for as long as I can remember, and school just ruined things. School just got in the way. It was just one massive distraction for me actually doing what I wanted to do, and I allowed myself to get distracted instead of using it to my advantage, like how basketballers did, and using it to be able to work up towards the NBA. I don't think I'll ever become a world-class basketballer or a world-class footballer, even though I would have wanted to become a world-class footballer when I was 9 years old. I remember in primary school being asked, what do you want to be? And then I came up with an answer. It was footballer. I wanted to be a footballer. That's not going to happen. And at this point in time, I don't actually want to become a footballer. And the reason why I don't want to become a world-class athlete in those sorts of fields rather than my own field that I make up is because I'd have to retire. Sooner or later, I'd have to retire, and I think I'd hate that I can't do what I've been doing to the standard that I once was doing it at anymore. I think that would hurt. That could really, really hurt me big time. That I can't do what I wanted, what I love to do and have done for so many years at the standard that I was once doing it at. But with these sorts of videos, that downside doesn't exist. If I don't want it to, I don't have to retire. I'm literally doing the self-improvement version of Stan Lee. Self-improvement. I don't even give a toss anymore. I've done trying to differentiate myself against other creators. Like, oh, look at me, I'm different. I probably don't have whatever, man. If you want to watch, you'll watch. If you don't want to watch, you won't watch. Mate, it could be the food. Very carefree or resentful, it seems. I mean, usually I would be so willing to put a middle finger up, but after eating my mum's food that I start having very resentful thoughts and hateful thoughts because it weighs me down. But it's me doing that unto myself. The protein's there. I just have to eat. And I bought these pack of cards, in total 4 of them. It came up to £11.96, and I'm so done. I'm so done trying to hold on to money in that. Cash is useless unless it's being invested into something. It's sitting there as its paper material or just in the bank. It's completely useless if you're not going to invest it in something to make you more money, or you're investing it into things that allow you to get by. Of course, everyone has to get by to a basic standard, and then from there you can improve and invest in things that allow you to live your best life, live how you truthfully want to live instead of just getting by. Cash is useless if you're not investing it in these things for you to be able to do that, in my opinion, because if you're not, it's literally just sitting there. If it's like cash, for example, it's just sitting there as clutter. It's no worse than you being age 25 and you have childhood books there that you're no longer reading, or any books for that matter, that you're no longer reading. Having cash just stacked there is no better than that if it doesn't have a purpose. For example, like an emergency fund. It's useless if it's not stacked for something. If you're not saving it up for a fund, or you're not thinking about using it to invest in something. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I'm gonna end this clip here, and then charge the phone a bit so it doesn't turn off. But I have one more thing to say. I think the last thing I wanted to talk about was like friends, making friends. I planned to go to the cardio session that they do, and I forgot. I was just too hungry and I had stuff to sort out. But we're getting there. I just think things have got to change big time in order for me to really make progress and eventually be able to move out and level up even further. Take helicopter lessons and plane lessons. It's coming. It's all coming. Like the 20-minute plank, it's on its way. Me taking helicopter and plane lessons is on its way. And we're gonna pass the exams, and I'm gonna be able to fly planes and helicopters, and it's gonna be fun. I don't know why I do this, but it will all come together. By the time I'm 25, I genuinely think I'll be able to do it earlier. Because I'm done living the same way that my parents have taught me to live. Or to get by rather, to survive rather. I'm not doing that. I can literally hear them making so much noise right now. This is just not the sort of life that I'd want to live. I've had to edit videos because I need to do what it takes so that the place is always silent, because I've moved into my own spot. My own spot that's actually comfortable, that's nice, with pleasant neighbours that aren't so loud, where you could hear everything what's going on. Anyway, going back to being on topic in that with basketball and that, I just want to go to the court before little kids get there and just ruin everything. Just want to go to the court and just shoot, learn how to shoot properly. Score two pointers, threes, and get solid at scoring 2-pointers and 3-pointers with my right and left. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. That's gonna really. Is it an opportunity to make friends in that? Because you see people there at the court, But I've only seen like little teenagers go there, and I'm not interested in talking to no 14 or 15-year-olds in that. No. Say, for example, I have a gym, yeah. I have a calisthenics gym, and these 14 or 15-year-olds, they're at the gym, and they are serious about wanting to improve their situation, and they come to the gym and they're asking me for help. Fine. But if it's some little kids, some little random kids on the street, what am I doing talking to some little random kids on the street? The smell of fresh cards, fresh basketballs as well, and fresh books. I don't do cocaine. I don't do cat. I don't drink. Yeah, I don't smoke weed either. I don't do any of these drugs. But smells great. Smells great. Because I don't smoke or drink because of how I've been conditioned and have been conditioned to believe by my parents that it's forbidden. I've already got a head start. I've got a head start in improving myself that most people won't have, because I've come from a Muslim household and that, and my parents have conditioned me to not smoke or drink and to not masturbate. So I've already got like that head start. In that way of life, they did do me well. They meant well and they did well. They did right by me in that aspect, by conditioning me to not do those things. Even though it's not forbidden to do any of those things, mate, do what you want. But it has helped. Having that religious sort of belief where you're telling your child is forbidden to masturbate, like shaming it so badly, shaming it so strongly, and looking down upon it so strongly. It worked. Even though it may not be the healthiest way of going about things, it worked. Making it seem like it's so taboo that you just can't do it, or you're going to be like punished by God or something. It did work though. It did work. I'm not out here masturbating, but sometimes the sexual thoughts. Oh, actually, that's another thing to talk about. Today I didn't think about the act of sex. I didn't think about me just stroking on a bed somewhere. When I say stroke, I mean like the actual act of stroking my dick in a girl's vagina. I didn't think of that today. I thought of making friends. Genuinely, making friends came as a higher priority than fucking. Seriously. Real talk, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I could also use these cards as visualization tactics, imaginary banknotes and that, but I've got the flashcards for that. But these are going to help with my memory and that. And this is going to help me have money come in. Because, in my opinion, because I use this to learn how to learn and to memorize. From there, I'll pass my personal training exams in flying colours because I'll be physically in shape for the exams. And then no, sorry. That makes it seem like the exams are the be all end all. So that the PT sessions off camera and the weightlifting programs and all that, they're in full swing. That's why I'd be doing it. Sorry, not for the exams. But I'd be in shape by that time though. That said, I have to, if I want to be in shape by September, like I've made more progress in building muscle than I've ever done before, like achieving new lifts in terms of weight, and my body's looking bigger than it ever has done because my arms look pretty small. Even though I'm feeling a difference when I put clothes on. My arms feel bigger in clothes. They still look kind of small. Oh, my brain. Oh, my brain. My brain. Here. Here. That's not my brain, obviously, but I'm just feeling some pain. Sharp pain. I think it's probably been because of being on the screens too much. I don't really know what to call this video. I probably just call it me acting on the some advice I've given myself. But yeah, I've got a whole load of natural stimulation to help me out rather than just going about on YouTube just wasting my life away and mindlessly consuming and that. And I'd advise you guys to get on this stuff as well if you're having issues. If you're having issues with your YouTube addiction and that, because you made yourself believe that you have one, that's just gonna lead you further into the direction of having a YouTube addiction. What you say and believe in your brain is real. What you say and believe will physically manifest itself into your actions. I say and believe that my social skills are absolutely more than okay, and that I don't have a problem making friends. And I really believed it after talking to the guy that I once met when I was in uni at the chip shop. That's what I tell myself, and I believed it because I really wanted to speak to him because of his position in life that he claimed to have and his age. He's much older than me, and he seemed like he had a really solid head on his shoulders. Even though he came from hardship, it really sounds like he came from. It really sounds like, on the premise he's telling the truth, it sounds like he came from hardship. And he's more in a position that I want to be in if he's telling the truth than my parents are. Some people, they just are more fit to live rather than to survive. I really don't think that most people, family included, are fit to live. They're just about fit to survive. Everyone who's alive is fit to survive. Even if they're going downhill, they're still fit to survive. They may be becoming less fit to survive, but they're still fit to survive because they're alive. But are people fit to live nowadays? Nah, I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. Are many people fit to live nowadays? I don't know about that. But because I'm thinking this, and people are probably thinking the same thing in their own ways, that just physically manifests into how the world works. Like, there's a whole load of ways that you could improve and that you can change, and that your way of life could really be what you want it to be. Like, truthfully, what you want it to be, deep down, what you want it to be, if you're willing to put in action. So not only think those thoughts, but to act on them. Unlike dark thoughts, they're thoughts that you want to act on. And you can if you want to. And if you don't, you may feel extremely bitter. Either way, though, you're damned if you don't, and you're not damned if you do. I don't think there's anything else I have to say, but I'm going to check my notes. So, there's the basketball court situation that I touched on, but I didn't really completely go into detail about it. And there's the friends. I'll talk about the friends part first, and if I forget the basketball one, then I'll just go back on my notes. So I really think, I remember saying this before, but I want to say it again. I really think that in order for me to, I really think that in order for me to, really live and really elevate, I've got to, let me do it like this, elevate, I've got to make big friends. Like people who are in the position that I want to be in, or similar to a position that I want to be in their lives. I got to make friends, lifetime friends, friends who I really like in that like me back, in that show they're trustworthy, and I show I'm trustworthy too. Hell yeah. Both male and female. Hell yeah. Because I've been improving my body, but it's only getting up to a certain point, and I've just been making progress with this transitioning phase, and really acting on more thoughts to improve how things go, so that when I get back into the plank journey, big time, things are gonna go amazing. But I just haven't had many friends to speak to, friends that I could FaceTime. I don't want to have friends that I could FaceTime at any time, like even in the morning at like 2 a.m. Nah, that's males and females included. I know some girls like doing that when they're talking to boys they that they're thinking of dating. I know some girls, they like speaking until late at night because they're just straight up bummy. They have nothing else better to do with their lives than to try and attract dick. Balmy youths. Some girls like doing that. Some guys, balmy youths, they like doing that as well. Can't believe those people. And I'm not one of those people. In my head, I was just thinking, yeah, those words, they could come to haunt me. But look, man, if I'm seeing a girl, I don't want to be speaking to her at 2 in the morning. Have a 7 p.m. cut off time, and that's it. What is there to talk about past 7 p.m.? Seriously. What is there to talk about past 7 p.m. other than fucking? Seriously. I don't think I'd really want to live with. I don't know how some people do it, and for so long as well, where you live with your partner. Where's the space? Where's the space to think for you, to think by yourself? Where's the space? Where's the peace? Where is the peace? How can people do that, man? How? I don't know how parents can do that. Oh, actually, to be fair, no, I can understand why. It's extremely convenient to be able to raise your kids, and you're living in the same house, because your children are going to be living in one house. It's very convenient for the both of you to live in one house, so that if anything does happen, the mum and the dad are there. No, I do understand that. That I do understand. But I mean, if you're just living together and you haven't shagged and you haven't made a kid, you haven't shagged in a way that's allowed a kid to form. Why? As a man, did you get muscled into doing it? Be honest. I don't think I could ever do that. The pussy may try and fool me in thinking that it's the grass is greener on the other side, that life is more fun if she's there living in the same house as me. No. If that were to happen, there's no space for peace. There's no space for peace. As soon as I come back into the house, there's some bitch. Oh, no, that sounds like hell. I can't believe some people do that. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. As soon as I get in the house, there's a girl there. And she could be in her feelings as well. No. That sounds like a nightmare, living with a female and that. No. I need my peace. I need my peace. I need my peace. If I want to have kids, I dread for the day that I'd have to live with someone. If I'd have to live with a female of all. If it was a guy I'm cool with, we're gonna be cool. Yeah, sure, we may have some disagreements, but we'd be much more likely to get over it. But then with a female, she's gonna have all of her emotions and she's gonna have her knickers in a twist and that. But with a guy, that's less likely to happen. Oh no, no, I don't want to live with. I don't want to live with a woman. I don't want to live with a woman. I dread for the day. I don't want to. That day never has to come. If I don't want it to, that day never has to come. I never have to live with a woman if I don't want to. But I'm gonna just be too sexy. I'm just gonna be too sexy. Girls will want to do that eventually. Girls will want to live with me. And I don't mean sleep with me. I don't mean only sleep with me. I mean live with me. Oh, I just keep saying no and separate myself from these sorts of girls because I can't. I need my peace. I need my peace. As soon as I get home, I can relax. I could think things through and I have my silence. That genuinely could be partly why some men's mental health and some females' mental health is in the absolute gutter because there's very few periods for silence where you can just think for yourself. You can not not think for yourself. That's not what I mean. I mean think by yourself, and it's just silent, completely silent. No clock. You can even hear your heartbeat. It's just silent there. No TVs in the room. And you can just enjoy life. You can just have your peace, bring in whoever you want to, whenever you want, bring in friends, partners you're seeing, or partner you're seeing, and it'd be great. I just I don't want to live with a woman. I'd rather live with a guy. I'd rather live with a lifetime friend of mine than live with a woman, than live with one of my partners. She's oh no. She'd have all her complaints, all her emotions and that. With the guy, we'd be able to grow from it really. But with the female, she just want to complain. Maybe she might just want to complain. Oh no, just no. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't. It sounds like hell again because she'd have all her emotions. She'd be trying to complain as if I'm interested, try to make me a therapist and that now that I'm living with her and vice versa, she's living with me. In my place, there's no way I'm living in a female's place. It'd be her living in my place. I'm not living under a woman's wing. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not living under a woman's wing. I'm not living under my partner's. I'm not living in my partner's house. If it were to be a situation where someone's living with someone, it's going to be the girl living with me, not the other way around. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I'm dependent on someone like how I depend on my parents to have shelter over my head as I get as I improve my finances and that. Not again, not again. I've learned from this time round that I never again want that for myself. If there's someone paying the rent under the roof I'm living in, it's me and nobody else. Or if it's not me, it was me in the past because I've become a landlord. But anyway, let's get back. Actually, no. We're talking about friends here, so let's let's talk about friends again. I genuinely think there's not much else to say other than I want to become David's friend, Harrison's friend, a friend of Isaac's as well. We just say, oh, hello, how are you doing? Good. And that's it, really. That's as far as it goes. Not much really happens between us, but I really want to be friends with these people now, because I really believe that me being able to live instead of just survive depends on it, because these people, their health's in check. These people, their health's in check. They're in shape. They have to be for their job. And that's going to ooze off on me, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I want to be around healthy people, not unhealthy people. For the most part, I'll be around healthy people. And then when I move out, I'm not going to be around unhealthy people. If I am, I'll weed them out. But yeah, those were some thoughts that I was thinking as I was having some chocolate last night, because the Victoria sweets were there. I don't even want the sweets. I don't even care about the sweets. The chocolates even. They're just there. And because my parents eat so unhealthily, and I'm the only one that's actually trying to make a change within the house, the odds are far against me. Too far against me. It's too normal. It's too normal. It's too normal to eat unhealthily around here. It's too normal to eat low protein around here. You can tell by the look on my face I'm not feeling happy about that. But that's just how it is. It's too normal in this house to eat unhealthy around here. I'd have to make big changes for them to actually want to make big changes themselves. It'd have to be me when they're eating all that BS. I was just thinking of having some jollof again and going for seconds. Imagine that. When you could see at the start, it made me feel awful. It's like the food equivalent of having unwanted thoughts of sex. Yeah, if I were to I may have thoughts of it, and the idea may, it's nice short term because you haven't thought it through, and it's an impulsive need. No, not need, sorry, impulsive want. Oh yes, it would be nice. I want that. That's what my body's trying to tell me, when in reality, I've just been conditioned to like these foods, which is an absolute shame. But this is reality. This is reality. And the odds are against me. Too far against me. At this point in time, they're too far against me. I need to make more friends. I need to make friends. I don't have any friends at this point in time. There are people around which I say hello to in the gym, but that's as far as it goes. Like, I need friends, healthy friends, mentally and physically in shape friends, before my life improves. Fit P Jeff, you were saying, I did my body transformation, I did it by myself. No, you didn't, mate. No, you didn't. When you got all the clips, there were people recording you. It wasn't just you by yourself. So no, you didn't. No, you didn't, mate. You're just not acknowledging the fact that there are people holding cameras for you and being a part of that transformation process. If they weren't there, you would have had to record the videos yourself. You didn't do it by yourself, mate. I did it without a personal trainer. That one I can't argue, because I'm not in his life. But I know that, judging by those clips, by some of those clips of him exercising, people were recording him. He wasn't recording himself. He didn't do it by himself. And I don't think I can either. I think I've got to the max point that I can get to with 0 friends. I don't think I can truthfully be in shape without friends that are in shape too. I don't think I can. I think with this unhealthy norm right here, the odds are just too far against me. So I need to make friends, many, many, many friends who are healthy, who are trustworthy, who are in positions that I'd want to be in, who are in positions that are similar to those that I'd want to be in. It's just, I really need to make more friends, and I'm gonna go to clubs, cardio clubs, maybe some boxing here and there. I want to do some salsa, become a certified yoga instructor as well. That's gonna help. I really want to be able to do calisthenics moves. That's why I'd be a yoga instructor, or sorry, not be a yoga instructor, but have those yoga instructor qualifications. That's what I mean. Yeah. No, I think the smell of these cards are gone now, especially as oh no, it's not gone. Especially as my hands have started to warm up these cards, and they're getting older by the second. But that's okay. They're there not to be smelt, but to be memorized, to help me with my memory. And therefore, when I do that, as a result, money's going to come in big time for me. But one last thing, it's time to talk about, like, I want to learn how to shuffle these cards. But anyway, let's get back on topic. It's time to talk about the basketball court situation. So yeah, I touched on it earlier, but I'm going to finish it off here. I did, I was walking around a place that I've seen many times in the past, where I actually think I saw Joseph once, where I said I saw Joseph and Kira. And yeah, I walked around, and by the court I could see a basketball. I could see a basketball, and I could see the hoops. I was like, hey, I'm about to do something naughty naughty. I'm about to do something naughty naughty. I went and I justified it in my head. Not before, but after I went and played with the basketball. I was just there on the other swings, thinking about actually doing it, and if someone would catch me. But it doesn't seem like anyone caught me. And if any kids talk about, oh, someone was playing with my ball, I know this because the patch of shit is smaller than it once was. Yeah, swoosh, swoosh. Get out of here, man. Yeah, so I eventually start playing with it, and I start using the part of the court where there are two hoops, but there are no nets, unfortunately, on this one. However, there is one hoop which doesn't have another hoop on the other end where there is a net, so that's pretty nice. I start using that one second, and I really like the swish. And the ball was pumped up too, so that was pretty convenient, even though there was a massive patch of shit on the side and another patch of small patch of shit in the middle of the ball. But it reignited my love for wanting to learn how to shoot. This is a love that I built when I was 16 or younger, when I was playing with my basketball friends. One guy was actually like 7 foot. One guy was 7 foot. He was tall. Like, my head was where his shoulders were. The guy was massive. There was another guy that was like 6'10" there at like age 16. It was mad. It was crazy. And at 6'8", I think, he was big, man. He wasn't only tall, but he was big. I actually remember his full name and surname, even though it's been so long. But that guy was big. B-I-G. Those guys, they got played the tool card, man. Does come with a downside though. Agility. Speed. No, not agility, sorry, because those guys can jump. But speed, eventually, just like with everyone else, they're not going to be able to run so fast because they're so tall. But some guys that are 7 foot may be able to run scarily fast, and because they're so tall, it's gonna look like they're about to kill something. But anyway, yeah, I went there, and even with this large patch of shit that I was avoiding when I was making shots, it was lovely. And I was trying to learn how to aim with my right hand in that. I never shot with my left, but I will learn. Oh, I just want to go on the court every day. I just want to go on the court every day and just shoot, because of the physical, the full immersion. It's like going for, it's like, I'm immersed into playing basketball completely, and football, sports completely. Unlike just sitting behind a desk and putting pad to pad. I learned by doing and by being fully immersed. I'm not fully immersed in the house when I'm trying to learn like stuff that will actually help me later on in life. I'm not really fully immersed because that environment doesn't encourage that, because there's so much background noise everywhere. When a lot of money's coming in, for now, before I move out, I genuinely may hire an office space, because I need that environment where I'm fully immersed. I don't even have to go to an office. I don't even have to hire an office. I can just go to a library, for example. That will help. But being here is not helping. Being at home is not helping. And I may genuinely go to the library in the area to be able to learn this sort of PT qualifications, and that I may start doing that from now on, because like staying at home, being a bum, I wouldn't want to call myself a bum, but this sort of lifestyle where I'm in the house 24/7 is pretty bummy. Seriously, it really is, man. Like, use home for sleep and recovery, whereas I could just use outside to learn, to do and to learn. I may actually start going to the library from now on, because I really, really, really want to learn how to do like the PT stuff, and going to the library may help me. When I go to the library for the first time, it may be game over from there. I could even do that right now. But yeah, this environment doesn't encourage learning. It just encourages cool down time. That's what it is. It encourages time to cool down, and that's it really. They're dead. If my dad wants me to go driving with him, then he could send me a text in the library or something, because right now this is not it. Oh, speaking of, hey, it's on the phone screen. These could really help. Like, being in the library, not only would I be subject to seeing many books around that I'd be interested in reading, but I'd also be able to have a space where I can read and retain. I'd have a space where I can just write on the laptop, just write my thoughts on the laptop, and really get it together with the PT stuff, and I have more hope in my life than ever. Wow, whoa. I did not expect I didn't expect this talk to take this turn, but mate, you miss the shots you don't take, alright? You miss the shots you don't take. I'm supposed to be talking about basketball, but I'm sorting my life out, and basketball's gonna help. Sports are gonna help. I really want to do sports and just chill. Sports, do it with some guys, have some fun, play proper basketball, play some proper football too, mess around with the footballs as well, kickball seriously and not seriously and jokingly, play basketball seriously and not and jokingly. That's what I want to do. Maybe even squash. Play with guys and play with girls too. Both football and basketball. Maybe even tennis. Maybe even squash. There was this one girl, yeah. I saw her. She was 6'4". She was like, I saw this 6 foot. I don't think that's the tallest girl I've seen either. This girl in the chip shop. Oh my gosh, this girl. one self-proclaimed chip shop owner, whose shop I've been to many times but don't go to anymore for the sake of my own health. He called this lady, sexy lady. He was like, hey, yeah, she's like 6'5", 6'6", anywhere from like 6'4" to 6'6", and I'm 6'1". It's like, oh, some girls can be really tall, you know, and that's alright. I hear that tall girls are insecure. I don't know, because I don't really know tall girls like that. I don't really know anyone. I don't really know anyone. I don't have any friends. I mean, I'm on the way to making friends by talking to people and joking around, by going into the toy shop saying, I have 5 kids, I swear. And the guy's just laughing because there's nothing else he can do. But yeah, after it, I was walking home, it being the basketball event, when I was shooting with that Slazenger ball with the black lines faded out, with shit all over it. My love for basketball was reignited. My love for shooting shots was reignited, and I'm gonna go there every day. I'm gonna go to the library as well. Not every day, but for the most part, maybe like from Monday to Saturday, and then use Sunday to chill out. But for basketball, every day, I'm gonna go there every day before the little kids get there. And then, yeah, I'll just shoot with guys and girls, maybe. I mean, I want to go to an indoor court and just shoot with people and that. Make friends with people and that, you know? Seriously. Because I don't think I can elevate. Pardon me, I don't think I can elevate without having a healthy social circle. How can you be mentally in shape when you're not really talking to anyone? How? How can you be mentally in shape when most of the time your mind's basically in isolation, in solitude? Don't get me wrong, those periods of your of life, they are very helpful, but to be permanently in that period, no. To be past the amount of time in which being in solitude has been useful, no. It's been past that point for me. Past that point, I've been barely speaking to people in the gym and that, and past that, not speaking to anyone except people in my family. And if it's not that, then I'm not speaking to anyone. I'm not speaking to friends. I'm not speaking to friends, like on the phone and that, for example. I'm actually gonna do it right now because I'm done having like 0 friends. I'm gonna do that right now, and then going to the library and playing basketball every day is gonna help. After it, I walked over to another court. After shooting with that worn down but pumped up Slazenger ball, I went to another court. It was kind of like dark brown, and then black lines, black lines here, which you can see. They were very faded, a lot more faded than these. They're basically untouched. When I was a kid, around about 16 to 18, no, maybe like around 14 to 18, then 14 to 16, I was learning how to spin the ball with my finger, which I could probably still do. Or maybe not now because I cut my nails. But yeah, it was fun. That took a long while to learn that skill, but I eventually did it. Only on my right hand though. But anyway, yeah, I went to another basketball court and it was grass. I completely forgot that it was grass. Man, it's only one net as well. No, only one hoop as well with no net. I'm making it sound like that's a pet peeve. I just like the swish, that's all. But I'll deal with what I have. I have enough. And then eventually, when a lot of money's coming in, yoga and salsa and boxing and karate, not karate, taekwondo. And then if there's judo nearby, and that, I learn that too, get my black belts, become extremely disciplined, just be able to have like complete control of the mind, the body, just be in shape in every way, even all the way down to social connections and my dating life too. Yeah. No, I've spoken about everything I want to speak on, but that's it. Yeah, it's been really helpful. I'm gonna actually write the ideas down after editing all this, but hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something valuable. I certainly have, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm going to use these natural stimulations, these forms of natural stimulations to help me out instead of just going on YouTube and that. And I'd advise you guys too as well, if you think you're struggling with like a YouTube addiction and that. YouTube stimulating, but it's not. My face is like this most of the time. It sucks all of the emotion out of me. You literally just become a vegetable mentally, and I don't want that for myself anymore. So I'm gone. I'm done watching basketball videos when I can play basketball. I'll eventually learn how to shoot. It's not a problem. If I'm learning any skill, I can go on YouTube and then practice it. Not a problem. But anyway, I'm gone. I'll see you a lot later. Peace.